Greetings, everyone, and welcome to your Enchanted FairyLand Vortex. And it's me, AP, aka your official fairy godmother in the building. Yes, myself,
Salute,
rather.
salute, salute to you.
And then we have Chief Mercury in the building.
Mercury in here. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling, man? Feeling alive tonight. Had to get up here. Had to share that Gemini energy. We got some
Man,
messages. We got some messages. What's going on?
message. Yo, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but Gemini is such a lit sign. We get such a bad rap, you know? I think we get
Man,
such a bad rap. We are such a great sign. Like,
I mean, of course, every sign think they sign the best sign, but I really think we the best sign, though. I
I
really think.
really do. I mean, you a balanced Gemini, like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's your best
Why you gotta
friend.
say balance, though? Why you gotta
Oh,
say balance?
because I mean, every time I got that thing. When you got an unbalanced Gemini, that is a smooth criminal. Like, that's a criminal.
So, nah,
That's
yeah,
a criminal.
you had to throw that in there because we can't have some bipolar tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. We can't look a little funny.
Because there's so much mutable duality up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Up in the Gemini. And I just feel like that's your best friend because we can ration out anything. You know,
Real talk.
we can see it from all different spaces, you know?
Well,
And
look, let me ask you this real quick because yeah, so I've been dealing with that. I know you've been dealing with that. So you can see both sides of the coin, right? And then you can see all around the coin, right? Does that affect your decision making sometimes?
not so much anymore because I genuinely like trust my feelings and my intuition. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
um, the only time, you know, I'm like, I guess like most humans, the only time it gets a little foggy, you know what I'm saying, is when it comes to like, lovers. It gets a little foggy.
Of of course, emotions. Of course, everything get twisted and flipped when it comes to the emotion.
I'm like, it gets a little foggy.
Yeah, hey,
Fire and
I'm divine
desire.
masculine, and I go through the same thing. So yeah, same thing here with me though.
Yeah, and I think that's just because I don't know. I feel like, to be honest, and real quick, because this could go so left, like so quick, even though that's right, but this could go so left. So I am those who are into numerology, like my heart number, my heart's desire, expression, whatever they call it, is the number 5. So I don't know if that make a real good girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Because I love change. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the person that maybe it's not even necessarily like something wrong. Like the nigga didn't cheat. You know what I mean? Like he ain't necessarily out here in these streets like that. But it's like, damn, like, ain't you tired of having the same problems? We do the same shit every day. There's a disagreement. It's over the same. You know what I mean? Like change. You know what
What
I
that
mean?
five, what that five represent? Like freedom?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm the butterfly. And I can't be him down. Like
Mhm.
that's a no for me. And then I'm charismatic, flirtatious. Like I flirt with your grandma and no homo nowhere. But I'm flirting with grandmas, grandpas, sisters, cousins, uncles, brothers, the kids. Like it's just my personality, what people call a flirt or charismatic. That's just me. So it takes a real secure person to deal with a me, you know? And gotta have a little fire and desire. You know,
Yeah, your flirtations, yeah, that communication ain't coming from no negative space. You know what I'm saying? That's just you. That's just
that's
how
just
you
me.
communicate.
It is. It
Be
really
like
is.
that. Maybe like that. But we ain't trying to hear that on this planet. They ain't trying to hear that. They don't want no parts of that. It's
Mm-mm.
too possessive down here.
Real possessive. And then, like I've never been in no type of dynamic where no lover tried to tell me I can't have male friends. And I ain't never told them that either. To me, that's unnatural. It's not normal. Like you just asking for a person to cheat on you.
For sure.
Like
Real talk.
that shit don't work.
Real
Like it never works. And then, but that's what was so funny when I started off like in this spiritual community and started like interviewing and doing shows, on my other YouTube channel. It was crazy to me the amount of so-called spiritual couples that had these like rules, you know? Like one guy, the conversation was so good, because we was conversating on the Facebook, in the inbox and everything. And I was like, yo, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's my number, and we had a show coming up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hit me up. Let's chit
yeah.
chat. Da, 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 da. He was like, no. My goddess is not, I'm like,
God
what?
just ain't going for that shit.
I'm like, you can't be on the phone. You can be on screen with me, but you can't talk on the phone.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about no little kids. You know what I'm saying? We talking about grown ass people. Like,
And let's be real. I mean, for real, let's be real, man. Like,
that's weird.
I look at it like this. You can't like he don't know what them conversations were to turn into with y'all, and because of somebody else's feelings about it, you kind of setting yourself back, or you're not even taking a chance to explore what might possibly be happening here. You feel me?
Yeah, business wise, collective
So,
wise, because when I get together and have these type of conversations, that's what type of time I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
bro,
Like, if I'm on trying to find a stepdaddy, like, I'm not shy.
to
I
be
be like,
real
you
like
look
that,
like
man.
stepdaddy material.
That's why it's important, yo. That's why it's important to know when you're doing your work, man. When you out here putting in that work, you had to make choices, man, because things will try to, set you back. Maybe, not intentionally, but you gonna have to step out there, man, and talk to people, different people, and
All
you gonna have
kind
to,
of people.
yeah, all kind of people, man. And
And
you
we
gotta,
like
stand
relearning
on
how to
that.
be a community again. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
Oh,
gonna
man.
be attractive people everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? What if you have this great opportunity, somebody in the bought 19, 20 acres of land and, they want to have retreats and communal living and self-sustainingness and da 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 da, perfect opportunity. But because the owners of the property are attractive, your lover is like, nah.
Ah, but real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't do it like that if we heading into this real tribal era. You feel me?
Like, we ain't
We
got
can't
time
do
for
it
that.
like that, man. I get it though. I get it though.
Yeah, so anyway, like I said, we was going off on a tangent, but
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was the
yeah.
point was that, like the only time, I'm being super transparent, okay? Only time I, get a little blurry is with the whole lovers situation. I'd be like, well,
Yeah, man.
but I think after this last one, I'm getting a little better. I'm getting a little better. I'm standing up for my rights.
Good.
But anyway, get you a Gemini. You ain't got no Gemini lovers, you know what I'm saying? Get you a Gemini friend. That's gonna be your best friend. Watch. And I feel like I, the Geminis that I have met kind of like tell you how it is. You know, sometimes you might not want to hear that shit, but I just feel like that's your loved ones, the people who really love you, gonna tell you the truth. And I feel like a Gemini gonna tell you the truth. Like I'd be
Can't
like,
help
look, I love you, but
can't help it.
this was what happened.
Help it. At
And I
least you know you
expect the
gonna get it.
same in return, though. You know,
Right. Yes. Yes.
it's like, what if I am dealing with a lover and I got on my love goggles and everything? You know, what I'm saying I need that friend that's gonna be like, look, chick, I know you in love, in lust, infatuated, all the above, but when you take them goggles off, honey, take them goggles off, okay, and see, and I'd be like, oh, that's not so attractive. All right, you know what I'm saying?
So,
Gotta move on. But yeah, I'm ready to because I can do this all night. You know how I can do it.
I
I'm
already
ready
know,
when
man.
you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
All right. You ready to get this thing started, Mama?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Um, all right. So first here, I would like to call Lucifer forward.
My bad.
What happened?
Like Lucifer, I ain't never seen this like visual. Usually I feel the energies, as they're coming forward. You know what I mean? So I feel Lucifer coming forward, but then I see Akasha.
Okay, I got to feel some type of way.
I seen Akasha like strutting into my like, my my mind's eye. She's just like like walking up like I'm like, hold on. And Lucifer's like right here. I'm like, all right. Let me see what they gonna do. They gonna ride each other channel or what the fuck is going
Mm,
on?
that's interesting.
The child. All right. It's Akasha. And we just wanted to say hello.
Hey, hold on, Kasha, you up here now? What's going on? What made you knock Lucifer out the way? Come talk to me.
Any opportunity to talk to you is an opportunity. It cannot be missed.
What that mean from your perspective, Akasha? What you telling me right now?
Well, we would love to have more direct conversations with you, but why are you afraid of us? You don't want to invite us in. You open the front door and then you put the screen door there, and you won't open the screen door. Hmm.
Okay, so you're speaking in metaphors right now.
Because we would like to speak to you directly. You should at night come and have a conversation with us.
Okay, so since you would like to have a conversation with me,
Mm.
and sounds like is that in private or in front of the viewers?
However you like.
All right, so let's have a conversation right now.
Mm.
Let's have a conversation right now. What would Akasha like to speak with the chief about tonight?
I mean, I think I would feel more comfortable if it wasn't private. I'm like people can mistake this conversation. Yo, it's just sex everywhere. It's sex, sex, sex. Like, what is going on? Okay. Like, that shit got real hot real fast.
Akasha, oh, man.
I mean, what the hell? What the fuck was going on in jail cells and like just with the thoughts? And y'all have met. Like, I don't know. This energy has been
We've met.
let me bring her back in. Okay, I just don't want it to be no kind of confusion. Because that shit, I mean, I'm hot. We have spent many of your lifetimes being a major, major aspect in your life. And there's been so much fun. There's been a lot of playtime, and we feel that maybe you put us on a shelf, and we shouldn't be on a shelf. We are here to be one of your major aspects. We are here to help you, assist you on taking the lead.
All right. So how does how does my connection with Akasha assist me in taking the lead?
Oh, because you are a mighty, mighty magnet and you are a great sorcerer. And so there's so much that you can do with energy. And the most important energy of all is the energy that creates. And that has always been our playground.
The
And
energy.
so, with this energy, it protrudes from your aura. You walk it, you talk it, you breathe it. Other people see it and sense it. But for some reason, in this focus, you don't like all of that attention. And we're just used to it. Embrace it, love it. It assists with this beautiful magnetism. People will be drawn to you more than they already are now. And this is what you're here for.
Hmm. So it kind of sounds like to me like is this does any of this have to do with you speaking about sex magic?
Yes.
Okay.
Sex magic and the sheer magic of, ooh, playing with energy. You can do so much with energy. And that's a beautiful part of your journey. That's why you love the fire. You can take your hands and guide the fire. You can use the fire to keep warm, or you can use the fire to burn it all down. And so the same can be done with this energy that you're so wonderful with manipulating and maneuvering. Mm.
I okay. I had a experience where I believe I was doing sex magic unintentionally. I believe that that's what was happening, and my partner experienced like a multitude of like orgasming over and over and over again.
Mm.
and it kind of it kind of like freaked me out a little bit because it didn't stop, and I noticed it didn't stop until I kind of like had to like look my as I was saying. Okay, so you just confirmed to me that I was participating in sex magic as my partner was experiencing these multiple orgasms, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And like another
But let's talk about the energy exchange.
let's do. Then I was getting to that.
Oh, because you're so strong and your ability to absorb the life force, not just energy, but the life force. And you play with it, you do a little dance, and then you absorb, and then you recycle and return.
Mm,
And that's what it looks like when you return it back.
mm.
Mm.
What is there any particular name for this kind of magic that I'm doing?
You know, as it is a part of this vessel's process, and as we are her aspects, we don't deal in titles. But if you would like to play the game, Tantra, there are deep, deep, deep levels of Tantra, not the superficial that's out there now, but there are elder ancient books that teach. Once you really come out of your mind and the bondage of limitations that are on your human vessel, the programming that has limited you all from fully experiencing the exchange of life force energy with one another. There are deep practices. We prefer that you practice them on your own. So, therefore, you're not expecting or looking for certain results. You'll be more tuned into your body and how it's feeling in the moment and the rush of energy and where it spins from as it spins from the bottom, from your loins all the way up to your crown and back down. And you'll feel it coming down your spine into the head of the penis, where you can release this force, not necessarily with just ejaculation, but the energy force, energy stream that connects to that vessel's umbilical cord, their heart. So much magic can happen there.
So okay. So
Have you ever
now
thought about Reiki?
I haven't.
You
That's
have such a strong gift of manipulating and moving energy. Mm.
okay. All right, so with the sex magic, right? How can something like that be used to, I guess, enhance my life?
Whatever you want to manifest, just go have sex about it.
See, this sounds like a good time. Look, this sounds like a great time.
It'll be magnificent.
Hmm.
Every spot that you touch on the body, set an intention, not only for their arousal and excitement and the potential for the optimal experience, but also for you two to intertwine and use each other's energy to project whatever it is you want to see in your reality with
Mm,
eyes. You will be able to project it out with your energy. Oh. And at the moment of climax, at the great arousal, breathe and release the projection.
mm. Kasha, so okay, this is very interesting to me because I definitely came across some material like this when I was studying some Luciferian doctrine.
This is why when we come and see you, we're mostly always paired with Lucifer. There were many times that you thought you were communicating with Lucifer, and most of the time it was us.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay. And so when you spoke about, you said something about doing the tantra by myself. Can you express a little more on what you meant by that?
This is the year. We would tell you, like we've told many women, touch yourself. Many of the humans, when we say touch yourself, they just think about the major organs, their sexual organs. But we say touch your whole body and discover what makes you tingle. It could be the weirdest or smallest crevices inside of your arms, inside of your thighs, your toes. Ooh. Maybe get your partner to play along after you've touched yourself and got to know you a little better. Maybe you'll like a little toe sucking. Ooh, you'll have so much fun. But touch. And remember, there'll be many glimpses that come back to you. Let them in. And remember your magic. You're very magical. Sometimes your magic scares you.
Um,
You feel your power. Hmm. Now it's time to release it. Otherwise, it will make you sick.
mm, okay. Akasha, are you is your source of the underworld?
Hmm. We wouldn't say source. For the underworld itself is its own entity. What do you call one of the great mothers? We just dwell there. Oh.
Okay, so what what source do you do you come from?
We come from darkness.
Darkness. And darkness, since we've been up here, has been described as the all, the everything.
Yeah.
Correct?
The source of all sources, the source of everything and nothing. Mm.
Um, do us one, Akasha, and tell the viewers your experience with darkness.
Oh. the greatest feeling that you could ever have. The high that one feels from love and love making. The highest that you have ever felt is what I feel. There are no words in your language to describe the feeling of source darkness, the mother creator of all things, where your primordial waters come from that birth everything comes from darkness, the realm that you hold so near and dear to you. All of the light realms come from darkness. There is an insatiable love that is felt. Maybe for most of you, the longing that you are feeling, the missing, the love that you dream and wish and desire to have is that of darkness. Our encounter is breathtaking, luminous, darkness, beauty, glorious.
Akasha, can you express to me from your perspective, why do you believe, feel, think, however, why do you feel like humanity has forgotten about darkness and fear darkness?
Because it's just what you've been taught. As you have evolved, it has been a thirst that can't be quenched. The feeling of power and supreme authority has reigned on several, we'll say several entities, beings that play in this reality. And ooh, they love the control, the power, and authority that you give away. You have to remember that when you don't deem yourself powerful, when you are not your own authority, you give that energy, you connect with other energy streams and you feed it. And you feed it. And there are beings, entities, oh, that get so high from this feeling. And so they have taught generation after generation after generation for you to avoid your source, for you to avoid your true inner self, so that they can maintain your feeding tube of energy. Oh, they love it.
So, Akasha, um, are you saying that is the light a lesser power from the darkness?
Of course.
Of course. You said that real quick.
Yes, because there can be darkness with no light, but there cannot be light without darkness.
Mhm. I feel the same way.
It's just what your reality knows. You call it science. It's just what is. This isn't a secret. Mm.
Okay. So all right, so let's go into this real quick. This thing we call evil,
Mm.
this stuff that we call evil. Um, all the blame goes to the darkness.
Yes.
What's that about, Akasha? Help us out.
Mm, because for many it is unknown.
Mhm.
For many, you run, you stray away from evil, but no matter how far you run, you can't avoid it. It's just your reality and how it works. You cannot have what you are calling good without evil. How would you know the difference? There are many degrees to this, but in this time, in this focus that all of you are living in, it is time to raise the vibration of these frequencies. Your good and evil are on the same frequency, they just vibrate differently in the same frequency. Your love and hate are the same frequency, they just vibrate differently in that frequency. And once you see the wholeness of the two, then you have no bias, you have no judgments, and you lift the vibration. Therefore, when you lift the vibration, oh, a person eating meat will be the most evilest thing going on. Instead of your babies being harvested.
Mm. Draw the mic with that one.
Yes. Because it
Okay.
is now time for that to change.
And and real quick, our baby's being harvested. Can you expound a little bit more on that? What you mean by that?
Everyone knows it. There's many different forms of this going on.
Right.
Whether they are being taken and kept or sent somewhere and kept to
Right.
do things that are our vessel doesn't like it. To do
Uh,
things that should not be in human nature. And then there are actual facilities where babies are being harvested, literally. Think of this. If you can take your eggs, fertilize them, and freeze them, isn't that not a form of harvestation? And so, what
yeah.
happens to those eggs that are never claimed again? Or has anyone noticed how many court cases involve these harvested eggs? So, if they're doing that right in front of your face, what are they doing behind your so called backs with
Mm.
harvesting?
Hey, Akasha, what you
Yes.
talking about right now is a
Mm.
real big deal right now because we have this thing, just how I'm talking to you right now. We have this thing called social media. And so we're getting a lot of information put out there speaking about um, the child trafficking. And in my opinion, I haven't seen any of these things, and a lot of us haven't seen it. However, though, I would say, however, there's something you can feel in the air, and it's like we know something going on. We know it's more deeper than what is being told. We know that. And so from your perspective, Akasha, I'm not sure, if you can kind of just scan this matrix, man. Um, why is it we're not doing anything about it, you think? Humanity. Like what you picking up on? Like why are we just, just talking about it?
There are many things being done behind the scenes. obvious nature that there are things being done behind the scenes is because you know about it. There is not many humans, even in your Americas. America is so distracted. Even
Yeah.
in your Americas, most people now are in the know of how the children are being treated, used, and abused, funneled, trafficked, molested, harvested. There are many beings being created just for torture. This is a known thing. There are many things being done. And as long as this vessel is present, this is the proof that things are changing in your reality. It is now time for the song and the dance of the beautiful destruction and pure chaos. Oh, what goes around comes around. It's a beautiful, beautiful dance. Ooh, it's a nice way. And so now it's time for all of the seeds to grow fruit and bear. And so, what kind of seeds have you been planting? Is the question.
Mhm.
Will they be beautiful, beautiful plants and fruit, berries?
Mhm.
Or will they be the Venus flytrap and gobble you all up?
Um,
Either way, we love to watch the dance. Sometimes it's fun watching you be gobbled all up.
I bet it is. I can imagine. I can see how that can be fun because sometimes I like watching the movie and seeing somebody get gobbled up.
Yeah.
All right, but look. All right, so okay, so I would imagine that anybody that's attracted to this type of information and that's looking at this, um, yeah, Akasha. So yeah, so I would like for you to express a little bit to our viewers about some of the magical things that we can do to combat these things that are happening.
Everyone's so afraid.
Oh yeah.
Why do you fear yourself so much? Oh, there is magnificent power within. Explore the power within. So many are afraid of losing outward power that they don't pay attention to the power that they already have. So, to counterbalance or have more of what you desire, we suggest that you feed your own needs. Feed your need. It is only you that can. We like this quench your thirst. And once you learn how to quench your own thirst, how to love yourself and the skin you're in, the vessel that you're in, oh, the coming together of all of the people will be that much more profound. You will shake, jilt, twist, maneuver, elevate all of these realities. It is important that you remember that you are having an individual experience and everyone has their own reality. And the more and more and more you come together with the like minds, the more and more and more you shatter the so called collective realities. And you elevate the vibrations of all of the frequencies. What a mighty time this will be. What a great time of destruction and rebuild. The starting anew. Hmm.
Um, Akasha, what what do the warriors look like at this time as all this is going on? And when I say that, I mean coming from the idea that these warriors are um, chaotic and destructive. What do they look like at this time?
Oh. Mm. It's such a delicious question because, oh, they don't look like what you think they look like. They are your, what society calls sexually deviant. Whereas we said the greatest force is the life force. And those that learn how to play with, maneuver, indulge, and love. This exchange will affect your world, your reality, your dimensions on a more profound level than ever.
All right, so hold on. Okay, so that made me just think. So, we see these wars and stuff happening, dropping bombs on people, guns, things like that,
That's just
and
nonsense.
right. So I'm sitting here thinking what I'm picking up is behind that there's another world. There's another world and there's another war
Mm.
kind of like thing taking place here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so is sex magic a part of that? Like, are there
Yeah.
beings using sex magic to manipulate this reality?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
We just would love for the rest of you to tap in. Right now, there are so many that use this, we will call it energetic play. Oh, they use this energetic play, and you will call it low vibrational.
Right.
And so the higher vibrational beings are so busy discounting, sacrificing, restraining themselves from physical love making, from
Mm.
sex magic, from
Mm-hmm.
appreciation of their own vessels, which depreciates your life force. And it is the most important force, your life.
Right.
Mm. So we suggest that you play with that. For many of you that are still wrapping your minds around
That was
how
dope.
naughty, naughty, naughty sex is, then you do your yogas and your tai chis and your qigong, and you learn how to start to play with your life force there. We would say this is training wheels on 10,000, but Many of you, your minds are so clouded and so distorted and so programmed that it will be hard for you to think of sex as even such a beautiful, magical exchange of love making. You're
Mm,
making love. Mm.
mm. All right. All right, Akasha, give me a give me something for our ladies out here with this this tantra. Give me an introduction. How can we introduce our ladies to tantra?
We always suggest that everyone touches themselves.
Touching yourself.
But for now, movement is very important. And so for the men, we suggest the touching, getting to know your bodies, in turn, oh, not only the sensations that you evoke on your own, but the more you will learn the bodies of your lover. What you do unto yourself, you will do to others. So make it great. And for the females, goddesses, we love for you to dance.
Mm,
Nice flows of movement, the momentum of
yes.
energy that is here for you all at this time is very rapid. Very rapid. Everything, as you know, is constantly moving. Anything that you see still is the illusion. Everything is constantly moving because you are energy vibrating at a frequency. You are always vibrating, therefore, in constant movement. And it's time for you to remember that. There are many ladies, goddesses, women, females with a lot of potential energy, is what my vessel likes. We will simply call it obese fat because there is no movement. All of this is potential energy stored that must now be released. Many of you will suffer this year if you do not release this energy and move it. Simple sway. If you don't want to do heavy movement, flow, sway. You can practice moving as slow as you can in the mirror and loving it. The slow movements are so intimate for you and your mind to reconnect itself back to you. This is what we suggest for the women.
Hey, Kasha, I find it very ironic that we got Valentine's Day coming up. Hey,
Mhm.
you come through showing the F out. You come through
Yes.
showing out. You just gave everybody a reason to look at that person next to them and get busy.
Mhm. Take a
Love,
bite. Mhm.
yes.
Mhm.
Love on yourselves. Let's love on ourselves. And for those who would like to get a little deeper with it, as far as your magical practices, we understand that there is magic in the sex. There is creation in the sex. There's more than one way for us to use it. We got the pleasure, but we can also create as well destroy.
Yes. And we would also like to say that what's wrong with a little destroying? What's wrong with a little destruction? Why do you all feel so bad with these words? If things were never destroyed, if there were never destruction, there would not be chance to start anew. Everyone likes to start again, to have what you call a fresh slate. Can have that without destroying and destruction. And so, for the beautiful vessels that come here to destroy and destruct at this time, we give thanks for your bravery and your courage. And
Mm,
most of all, the fun that will be had.
mm.
Mm.
I love that. I love when you come through like that. I love that because you definitely just gave us another side of from what is going on and what we're dealing with out here. So many, so many times, so many other channels, we get the same narrative over and over again. We get this whole light aspect, and I ain't saying nothing wrong with it.
Mm.
I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but as someone who's a thinker and someone that understands, man, we need balance. We got to balance these things out. I've always just questioned why do we stay away from the darkness? Why do we put all the evil in the darkness? Where did that come from? So my point in having you today was, just for you to describe a little more about darkness and the importance of it, and people understand that, man, this is our origins. What we afraid of? We afraid of ourselves.
And you made it so convenient for yourselves because all you have to do to go back home is close your eyes and you're in the darkness.
You made it so convenient that all you got to do is close your eyes. That sounds like poetry right there.
Mm. Beautiful.
Uh, okay, Akasha. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm complete, man. You
Mm.
I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed that. Are there anything you want to let out? Any secrets you have to let us know? What's up? What's going on? Spill a little tea for us.
Oh. Any secrets that we have?
Mm.
Oh, we would like to say that there's so many orgasms that you can have throughout the day. It is important that you find a way to reach your orgasms. It will change your life. Mhm.
All right, with that, hey y'all, go find y'all orgasms.
Yo, what the fuck Akasha be on? I ain't never tried the heroin, but I don't know, man. You ever watch the movies where they take that hit of heroin and they just be like,
Yeah, like this.
like,
Yeah, no, for real though. That's how it feels.
yo, like what she be on for real? Yo, look. I had to cut her short. Okay, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, like usually I don't be intervening like that. But she's right. She was going to say the stuff that she wants to say and is going to say that like her vessel
Uh-huh.
is not that comfortable and like y'all know like I can get down with the best of them right there. Yeah. But I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, what you about to have me on this screen doing? Like when I first started channeling her, I was scared that my titties was gonna pop out. Like I was gonna be giving people free shows. She had me with shirts literally where, my titties was like at my chin and my titties ain't even that big. I'm like, girl, what we doing today? Like, are you not doing a
Uh,
strip tease on the damn show? Like, what's happening?
mm.
Like she make me want to button up or something?
Yeah, she
But
did
yeah,
definitely just deboed the show. She deboed the whole show.
she was about to get more explicit than that.
I can feel it. I can tell.
I mean, squirting. Like I just seen women squirting and everything. And she let me know she was talking to me too. It was like, you need some orgasms in your life. I'm like, I do, Akasha. I do. Okay. I'm
That
just
is so interesting to me, though, man. Like, for real. Because I know it's like, it's something behind that. And it's so much that you can do with it.
it is no, but I mean, like, even when she was showing me and like this whole sex thing, like it's like so many spaces. All right, so like let's pretend that all of your chakras are like these beams of light, right? Or let's say light bulbs, right? And then so it's like with the sex and the different like stimulations, it's like imagine like all your veins and your nerves, you know, like all being like neon lights and shit, you know, along with your chakras being these like light bulbs. So it's like as these sensations are happening, you're rubbing and touching and in your mind, you're so free in the moment that you're letting your mind do what it does. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And it's these energy exchange, like, it's like boom, that light bulb lights up down there, and then it's all these nerve endings go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta imagine the inner part of your universe is like, yeah, it's like as these bulbs light up, it's a party. It's like universal parties and connection. It's like everybody's networking together. Everybody's like, you know, online. Everybody's online. Nobody's dormant. Nobody's sleep up in your universe. It's like one big ass party and everybody is on fucking line. That's the best way to put it. And so you can do whatever you want to do with this energy. It's almost like getting together and, for the couples that have played the game where you like just turn each other on as much as you fucking can without nobody coming.
mhm.
You know what I mean? You know how much energy you like.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that game. I be ready to fight. Like,
Nah, I love that shit.
you're
I'm
not
one
ready
of
to
them.
bite a motherfucking neck off. Like,
I'm one of them ones that love that game. That's my shit.
yo, I get mad. I be ready to fight. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's like, you can if you've ever played that game, it's like a buildup of all this fucking energy. So imagine taking all that energy and say it's like you and your lover and y'all are like, we're gonna get this house, we're gonna get some nannies, we're gonna have a chef, we're gonna da 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 da, and then so together y'all just project it out and then everybody comes like
Mm,
what
yeah,
you know
that was
or your
dope.
car is breaking down, you know what I'm saying, and you're like, fuck that, I don't want to get another car. You know what I'm saying? Get the rubbing and touching and building up the energy and then bam, project that vehicle fixed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Yeah. And if you ain't got no lover, okay, then self-exploration. Let's go, ladies, goddesses, we in the mirrors, okay? Slow wine with me. Mm, 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 mm.
yeah, I feel like, yeah, start with yourself.
Yeah, no.
You
Let me
gonna
start with you.
attract it.
Huh?
Self gonna attract
Oh, I thought you said you want to try it. I'm like, try
it.
it.
Oh man, I can't believe she came through like that. I knew. Oh man. All right. So
Always your ass.
I
I
know
don't
from
think we
the
ever talked to Akasha this long on this damn show.
yeah, because see, I was prepared. I was prepared for Lucifer, man. But and then I had some background stuff for Akasha, but she just took over.
Well, we can get into Lucifer.
All right. All right, yeah. I'm gonna keep Lucifer a little. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm
You
gonna
do
do
what you
one.
gotta do. Do what you gotta do, boo. Do what you gotta do.
Come on.
Finally, we get the chance to come and play. Akasha's like the cat with the ball of yarn. Yes.
Yeah. Lucifer, what first of all, how's it going? How's everything going? How you feeling?
We feel like the fire
Fine.
that burns beneath your asses when it's time for you to go.
Okay. My Lucifer. So I had a question for you. And so to my knowledge, right, Lucifer here in this realm, Earth, Lucifer is described as the light bearer, the bearer of light. Would you confirm this I guess title?
Yes, because this is the way that you interpret things. You even call the space travel light. You love this word light. And we want to keep everything nice and simple for you as always. And hmm, we are expecting for you to really start to understand that you are energy vibrating at a frequency. All of you are walking music before you are anything. We would like for you to use this to get out of form. Many of you are very stuck on your form. Many of you would be very angry to hear that, oh, you will lose the human fight and you will become aesthetic. You will become robots. First, you will be half human, half robot, and then you will just love being a robot because you feel that the body is more durable, it can last longer. Many of you would not want to hear this. You will be upset. And it is because you are so attached to form. Instead of being excited about the fact that your consciousness never dies, you will always exist. You will change form many times. And that is how it goes. You will change form many times. You get caught up into form. For many of you that do your inner travels or have inner thoughts, you get upset because you do not see the form. You do not see form in your minds. Minty are upset because you do not see form behind your eyelids when you are traveling, when you are meditating. And for some of you, when you participate in the medicines, yes, the plant medicines, the animal medicines, you are disappointed because you do not see form. And we are saying that this is beautiful. You are advanced. Yes. Many of you are trying to see the form. We are wanting you to think of everything as a frequency, everything vibrating at a frequency. This will open your perspective and you will be able to have a lot more varied experiences the sooner, because if you start now, we will say, even for many of you advanced thinkers, yes, if you start this process now of coming out of form and thinking of everything as form, yes, we will say in 2 years' time, your life will dramatically change. You will not recognize this life that you are living now. And this is for what we call the elevated minds. Yes, the ones that catch on very quickly. If you practice this now, in 2 years' time, you will have unimaginable experiences.
Okay. Okay. Um, all right, so Lucifer. So you say coming out of form, right? First of all, have you, Lucifer, have you taken form here on Earth at any given time?
Yes, through all of you.
Okay, so what exactly do you mean by that? Like you said through all of us, like what do you mean by that? Like is that like a
For
possession?
instance, we are in form now. We are in this vessel. She is, you can visually see her right now
Right.
in this moment. She is Lucifer. She is a direct, clear channel. She is in her now Lucifer. And if she chooses, some of you choose this. She can channel us all the time, every second of the day, in any space she's in. We can be her main channel if she would like. Mm. And so, therefore, through and through, she would be Lucifer.
Are there any other names that can be used to describe you?
Again, this goes against our agenda. We use these popular names because what we are vessel knew nothing really of this Lilith character. She read her in and out. The Hika, what we call magic, the underworld. She knew nothing of all of these things. We are here because the titles that you give are now expired. It is time to move on. It is time to elevate. And so, what we want you to start to realize is the commonality of how the energy is translated. You need to start paying attention to energy vibrating at a frequency. You need to start to be able to decode, understand. First, it be your mind to go to how a certain energy is vibrating and how, from the vibration, you can see the characteristics, patterns of these energies. This is what it is time for. We give you a title, you go look it up. And then what are you doing? You are still translating this energy from past text. Are you not? And so it is now time. You have outgrown this level of school. You are still wanting to be in kindergarten and you have graduated high school. Do you understand?
Hmm. No doubt. Yeah.
You are still wanting people to guide you, to program you. This is the want. So it's going to be a very interesting journey for our vessel, but she has 25 years or so to assist. you all with wrapping your minds around this, but we will say for sure in this time you will be self sufficient thinkers. But the next 40 years will be a very trying period for the human collective because you are now realizing that, oh, I've been programmed. These are programmed thoughts. Oh, it's going to shatter your reality. And then you have to get out of being used to being dictated to, told what to do, told how to live your lives, how to work. Many of you don't do well as entrepreneurs because you don't have a boss telling you what to do and how to be disciplined at your job.
Mm. That's for sure, Lucifer. Yeah. All right. So, all right. So, Lucifer, you said 4 years or 40 years.
4 years.
Four.
Four.
Okay, 4 years. So we're
You
talking
have
20.
a huge marker ahead of you, 2030. It's a huge marker for you.
Everything is going to 2030. Everything is going to 2030. It seems like I just keep hearing the same thing over and over.
And it is our vessel's favorite number, the number 5. Great change, great freedom for many of you. Some of you will be life shattering. Your reality crumbles before your very eyes. You are in disbelief. Many of you will go crazy. You will lose your minds and you will need spaces to go. Some of you will lose everything and need spaces to go. Some of you will, we will keep it simple and put you in that category. Your reality will crumble before your eyes. Everything that you thought that you knew was real will not be real, and this will be devastating. And so we have prepared you and our vessel and Minty, others just like her who are in the now starting this wave of momentum of energy so that there will be resources to those in 2030 who are just waking up.
Mhm. Yeah. And does all right, so this have to do all right, so it sounds like everything gonna pretty much be different come 2030. Like when it comes to like what about as far as like the laws of the land, in America?
Yes, it will be shameful, but there will still be Minty that, as we have said, you all are so used to being told what to do. You all are so used to being slaves. And so there will be Minty that will be looking for the government that will be too scared to, at this point in time, the probability is very high for there to be, for it not to be uncommon to go into unincorporated lands where the communities govern themselves. For those that have been in the clouds, this will seem dangerous. For they do not trust themselves, so they will not trust others. You will be considered barbarians and other low vibrational words, but they will come to see 2035 will be another collapse, we will say. And there will need to be a focus back on self again. And at this time, those that have criticized or were unsupportive of the communities that were built around the world, restructured around the world, they will have no choice but to come because they will have nothing left to fall back on. And graciously enough, the communities will be in a space of allowing for this. Yes.
Mhm. Lucifer, man, all we all can like this is something I talk to people, man. I talk to people that aren't into having these type of conversations, and people that may be a little more close minded, right? And they can feel it too.
Mm.
They can feel it. They're questioning their religion. They're questioning their governmental powers that be. They're questioning themselves. They're questioning a lot. And but still, though, it just seems like we still don't have that strength to push forward and to collapse what you're talking about, that programming.
Yeah. It
Um,
is a very scary process for Minty because they are that afraid of the unknown. They are just used to living certain habits and behaviors, and it is very scary for them to step out into what is called the unknown, to step out into the darkness. You would not believe, just symbolically, how many of you humans are afraid of the dark.
yeah, I
Many
can go for that.
cannot sleep with it being complete darkness. Many are uncomfortable if they hit a road and there are no lights. Many are very uncomfortable with the darkness and therefore uncomfortable with the unknown and therefore uncomfortable with change. And unfortunately, fortunately for others, unfortunate for them, they wait until the world has to be turned upside down because it is the only way to shake them into change. Yes. And once they have been shooken and they continue to resist, oh, well, then it is time for you to end the game and start again. Yes. But we do not recommend ending the game without change. It is not smart. You will have a hellish experience when you come into your so called next focus. And we would like to say that you don't come into a focus, you just wake up to a different focus. So, as it can appear to you that you are coming in and out of lifetimes, you are not. You are merely choosing to focus in on this lifetime, this lifetime, this lifetime. You are all merely projections. It's all a movie. So, you choose to project yourself into this lifetime. Oh,
You just made me think, Lucifer. My fault if I interrupted you, right? But I had to get this out real quick. You just made me think of something that I like to ask people, right? I like it like when people get to asking questions about life and who they are and what's going on. I have this one thing I like to ask people. I like to say, do you remember a time where you never existed? And they'll be like, what? And I'm like, do you remember a time you never existed? Like try to think of a moment where you didn't exist. And I get the same reaction every time. People are like, no, I can't think of a time where I didn't exist. And then I just leave it like that, like exactly.
yes,
Exactly.
that is very interesting that Minty would have to think about this.
And
Mhm.
that question right there can go a long way into what we talk about up here as far as what we be afraid of,
Mm.
that unknown, that what's on the other side and all these different things that we afraid of. So that just made me think about that. But um oh yeah, I did. Okay, so one more question before I get out of here, Lucifer. Um how would you, Lucifer, identify source?
Mm. We have to tune this vessel. Because of how we view source, this vessel becomes overly emotional. Well, your humans and your feelings. It is a lot. There, we view source as nothing, as a beautiful space of nothing, what you all will call peace and quiet, that emits what you translate as love. We, those that are non physical, translate love as infinite potential for creation. So you are stepping into a space of infinite potential for creation, all creation. This frequency is called love here in your reality. And there are no words in your language that can sum this up. And even with us saying to you, we could say unconditional love. But many of you do not even know what this is. It should be enough for us to say love. But because so many of you are guarded and you do not trust love, everything else is meaningless. So we would say that as darkness says herself, it is like for you, the human, feeling the saddest and the loneliest, feeling overwhelmed with sadness and loneliness and abandonment. And then you are put into the bosom and you are rocked until you have feelings that you will burst out of your body because your heart is erupting with love. You feel as though you are erupting into a billion particles because the feeling is so intense that you erupt. Yes. This is what it feels like to be engulfed with source.
Thank you so much, Lucifer. Thank you so much for that. And with that, I'm complete tonight. who who would have known Lucifer could come through like that and drop it like that with that type of sentiment? Because I can feel that. I'm telling you, man.
It's so amazing. And then, so my punk ass, they have been getting on me. I got to like, when I lay down tonight, like, just be like, look, don't be trying to sneak this on the show and shit. Just like, give it to me now, okay? Because as we was talking, Lucifer, I don't know if I talked about it on this show or not, but uh, I know I talked about it in the Vortex because I did a whole ritual that night, a whole like death ritual for myself that night. It was crazy work. But anyway, I had this vision and I was meditating, right? And then so it's like I'm coming down this like tunnel, right? And I'm getting closer. The closer I get, it feels like I'm getting towards the end of the tunnel. But the closer I get, the brighter it gets. Like the light just gets brighter and brighter until like I'm like almost in fetal position, like stop the light. And I'm like, darkness, come and stop this shit.
Mm.
Then here come Lucifer ass. And Lucifer is not saying nothing. Like Lucifer is just like with the giggles and shit. You know what I'm saying? As I'm going through this horrific experience. Like I said, it was so bright. Like I couldn't handle it. And I called on darkness. I was like, girl, no, please do something because I can't handle it. And I started getting scared as fuck. And I was like, okay, so y'all not gonna do nothing. And so I like kind of like forced myself. It took a minute, but forced myself up out of there. And then Lucifer was like, ha ha ha, you're just gonna meet yourself. You're just gonna meet me at the end of the tunnel. And I was like, fuck that. What's up with all these lights? So anyway, I was talking to the Vortex about it because I was kind of messed up. I was messed up because I was so scared.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I was messed up because I was so scared. And then number one, that I was so scared of all this light. Because when the shit happened to me, I had a, you know, what some people call regression. I call it a conscious hypnosis session. But I had one of those and I was in the dark. I was so in the dark. And I remember the person that was regressing me at the time, because I'm channeling, you know, but I'm just chilling like, yo, it's so fucking dark. I just feel like, you know, and they were like, oh, our vessel wants to stay here. And the regressionist was like, no, AP, April, come back. And
Mhm.
I was like, I'm just playing, nigga. I'm coming back. Damn. Yeah. And then so to have this experience and to have Lucifer right there, like, bitch, it's good. You know, I was like, no, it's not. Like, why is it so bright? And why are you so afraid of the light? Anyway, as I
Right.
was waking up, Uh, I forgot all about this until right now. So I was meant to talk about this, but I didn't remember this during the meeting. Anyway, when I dazed up out of that joint, they were telling me that, oh, okay, y'all. So sometimes I be running from responsibilities and shit. I've been responsible for motherfuckers since for myself since I was like 3, and then for other motherfuckers, and then like, you know, to raise kids, and you know, that wasn't mad because y'all know I just had a baby and everything. You know what I'm saying? And even men, family, like just I'm always the responsible one. And so I'm like, when Spirit told me what was next for me, and then all this channeling shit, and then, you know, all the things and running communities and vortexes and groups, and you know, I'm like, why? I don't want to be responsible for nobody else, you know. Then, you know, as you wise the fuck up, you're not responsible for nobody. You know what I'm saying? You're not even here to help nobody, you're just assisting, you know.
Of course.
But it was like with all that knowledge was like responsibility. Oh. But anyway, so that's what I was scared of. They showed me that when I woke up, like having all of this so-called information or data was just a little scary because I have had that, you know, where your reality shatters and everything that you thought that was real is not real. And then, you know, where you like are like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this so-called reality? All this
Yeah.
shit is an illusion. I'm
Yeah.
not even real. Why am I having this? You know what I mean? Like, I've had that happen. And then, like, I literally lost my mind. You know, that's when I lost all my big words and couldn't speak English no more. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, they literally shut and deprogrammed. And what is that shit? Control, Alt, Delete, deleted my ass. Like,
Like they resetted your
I'm dead ass. And then so I'm on, you know, I'm telling the vortex about this stepping into the light shit. And you know how like I was kind of telling you I've been jumping off the cliffs, but you know, I'm just jumping off these motherfuckers because that's just who I be. But I'm really like I really don't want to jump off. Okay. Like, do we have to do this? Like, do I have to? Are you sure I'm the one though? Maybe it's this chick Erin Lyons. Go call her like, you know, just And so, you know, that's what's been going on behind the scenes. But for
yeah.
real though, they like, you know, it's time to embrace. So I'm 100% on now. I'm on. Okay. And then especially after that night, so I had a death. And what I've been noticing, and me and Chief will have this discussion in a little greater detail, right? Is like kind of what's going on in the media now with certain elites and celebrities and shit like that, right? They had me watching all these crazy like rituals and like shit that they do, initiations, all this. And
Yeah.
I was just like, why? you know. And then so what I noticed was, which I had noticed this before, but it had just said in the back of my mind, but like a lot of these so-called rituals, like I had been through, but not a part of no group or not. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Right.
the way the universe is set up. So I was like,
Hmm.
what's up with all these rituals? Because I went through a humiliation ritual. I went through a this, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hmm.
Then, we talk about rebirth and deaths and everything, so according to me, I know it all. I didn't died a billion times and been reborn and transformed.
Hmm.
You don't know now. So when I had that little situation, I sat down and we did this whole death process and everything, and it was crazy work. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I was a little scared because you know how when you take the medicine and you had that like ego death and shit, you really feel like you dead. You're like, I can't breathe.
Yeah, see, I haven't had that medicine yet, right?
You haven't had no ego
Uh,
death?
Nah, I mean, oh, not dealing with no hallucinogens or nothing like that.
I thought
Maybe,
you took the mushrooms.
yeah, I do, but I haven't like
You hadn't had no ego death though.
not no, not with no hallucinogens.
Oh, it's kind of crazy.
My ego death would be more so just based off of like an experience where I was isolated
Hmm.
in a dark in a dark place. You know what I'm saying? And kind of had to go within, and I found myself, wow, I'm sitting here thinking about it. That was a humiliation ritual too. That was
Yeah.
a humiliation and an ego death. It was all in one. But like I was being humiliated at that time because I was in is what you call like the hole.
Yes, I was about to say solitary.
Yes, man. I was in there for a long time, like like over a year, and then you just have all these individuals around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what kept me though was going within myself and finding like my magic within myself. That's what kept me. That's what really kept me. And I went through a death. And
Yeah.
I did not when I came out of there, I did not come out the same. I did not come out the same. Like my mind was like rewired. I started like asking more questions about things. I started looking more into myself. And I believe Akasha was saying something about this. Like we saying something to the extent of we prepared you for certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I know Lilith has something to do with that too. Because I know Lilith, man, when you're dealing with, I dealt with a lot of daughters of Lilith, and they prepare you. Like they prepare you for to to be able to tap into your inner strength. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like
Yo, like
real talk.
that is you're amazing because that's a muscle. You know what I mean? To be able to build up your mind to the point to where you don't have a psychotic break because most people can't be alone because as you know, right, there's that process when shit really does start to get quiet. There's that process where you have those loops of thoughts and they be so low and disgusting
Oh
and
yeah,
just you know what I'm saying? And they keep
oh yeah.
looping and they keep looping. And so to not have no kind of like spiritual like knowledge of how the brain breaks, you know what I'm saying? And like you said,
Yeah.
rewires itself.
Hmm.
And just to like be forced into that process and then to really have to sit in darkness with self for a year. I mean, I see why Akash should be talking to you. Where she be talking to you, honey. That's attractive. That's a lot of mental strength for real.
Yeah. Yeah. You lose yourself. You lose yourself to find yourself.
Yeah, you have to. But most people don't survive that. And when they come out, they're in
Frag-
more
Fragmented.
fractal pieces. Yeah, they're fragmented.
Fragmented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real talk.
Wow. That's deep.
For real. Like I'll be like, man, I'll be spilling all the beans, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just be so proud and into myself. I be so proud and into myself. And that's why I like to get up here and ask certain questions that
Yeah.
deal with people going within themselves because I experienced it. And I know we all got it. We all got it. Everything that the channels be talking about.
Well, I don't
But
even want to talk about my ego death now. Shit, that's just
so many different ways, man, to get
I'm
it.
just saying. Like, shit, the shit you went through, I don't know. Look, I'm talking about my little petty can't breathe. I'm dead, I'm dying, I'm dead. Woo!
I had to swim with the sharks for real to get my shit. I had to
Yeah.
go into them underworlds and go get it. But that's how it
Wow.
is. And yep, that's why we here and we giving it to the people. And at the same time, you know what, April? When I be up here, I be learning from myself. Most of the time when I be talking, I just be flowing. But like I be like relearning and re-educating myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to I don't want to say forget, but you know, you can have those forgetful moments of, you know,
Yeah.
what you've been through to get to where you got to.
Because you
You
ain't
feel
living in it right now. Yeah.
right,
Hmm.
right.
So it'd be these beautiful reminders.
That's
Oh, damn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I was there. I feel you know how, like you got your dogs for real. You know what I'm saying? Niggas feel really emotional and shit. They want to hug, but they just don't. They be like, all right, man, like, you did that, dog. You did that. Yeah, that's real in the field. That's really real in the field. All right, boo. So, we can do this all night.
well, I appreciate you for having me out here. I will be back. I want to know, man, if anybody interested, man, in talking about like what's going on with these celebrities and stuff like that, man.
Oh
Let
yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna do that. Uh,
Okay.
like I said, they didn't take me through that journey for no reason. And with us putting this out here right now, I'm pretty sure like throughout the week I will get some more downloads and be led to more things to like close this whole segment that they got me going through down, especially now that they had me studying, like I was saying before I went off on a tangent, these different rituals and then actually going through the processes as we was talking about be crazy work. So it's just like,
Yeah.
damn. And then listening to them say that this is why our experiences are so important and why my aspects be coming out and saying to have experiences, to take your journey, to go through the processes, right? Because these experiences be so important that we reenact them. You know what I'm saying? It's what we call rituals, right? We reenact them to have optimal experiences. So we will. I feel like we kind of do get into it, but I don't. I feel like we need to have a show where everything is cohesive because I be seeing, of course, I'm the channeler, so I be seeing the breadcrumbs that be dropped, but I feel like to a viewer, this could be a lot. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh-huh. Of course.
to keep following and then like you're still stuck on what was said 2 minutes ago, you know what I'm saying, that you're kind of missing what breadcrumb or jewel was dropped, unless it's water talking, because water would be like, I just dropped some jewels. People like, what?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And my life is hilarious because I be in my everyday speech, I'm starting to become so integrated that I be talking like my aspects now and shit.
You busted through.
Yo, it's a whole nother thing. Hopefully I won't be popping down the streets like, we are the
Oh
fairies.
shit. I come get you when they put you in the when they
There
try to
you
strap
go.
your arms around.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do gotta have a squad for that because I
Real
know
talk.
like these are my people who are going to come and get me, nigga. This was the last city I was in. Look, we need all the hidden spots that they got. Okay, come get me. Okay, nigga. Send out a fucking, what is that shit called? A bat call. You know what I'm talking about? The light with the bat, with the Batman used to put the light in the air. Like,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
over
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna need one of them technical motherfucking watches before they zap my ass. Like, I'm over here, bitches. I feel like Akasha will come out and get them all the way together. I don't know what she gonna say, but she gonna say some shit like, "When's the last time you touched yourself?" Like,
That should be a whole one though. So interesting.
ooh.
I would love for people to just look a little deeper into that though, on their own time. And what Akasha mean to y'all into your insides.
No, and what is this? Because like I said, all these energies get these terrible reps, and it's because they're major aspects of yours. We call ourselves the fundamentals of creation. They are the fundamentals of your inner universe. So, like, let's really tap into this shit. Your vampiric, your succubus energy, your ability to absorb energy and do whatever the fuck you want to with it. I think that's an aspect of yourself that you need to get to know. Well, some of y'all probably up here talking all that shit about Akasha, okay? At least I know her. Anyway, I love y'all so much. Peace, love, and bliss. Don't forget to go check out the Patreon. Go get y'all damn readings. And look, I didn't change my title. Oh, and I want to say, oh, look at this, y'all. All right. So for those that are sending donations, okay, because I know like on these platforms where the shows are live and blah 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 blah, and they got their super chats and everything. Okay, we need to get us up there so we can get some super chats and everything. You know what I'm saying? What I think I need 1,000 subscribers or something like that. I don't know. I think it's 1,000. Okay, but we need to get there. All right. Well, we're going to get there. Get us there, y'all. Let's go. But anyway, for those of you who are making donations, I would like to know if you would like to be acknowledged, because I know some people want to be incognito. But if you do want to be acknowledged in the subject section, just put your name, the name that you want to be called as, and I will give the acknowledgement. That should be warming my heart, man. Like I said, I'm so used to taking care of people. It's like I get the dog. You know? And on the Cash App, you can only like put the little emojis and stuff. I be wanting to write a note. I appreciate y'all so much. Okay. All the single mommies out here. All right. But anyway, I love y'all so much. Get y'all readings. We got t-shirts. All right. My herbal book. Y'all gonna hold me accountable, okay? But by the first week of March, it better be out, okay? Or y'all get on my ass, all right? So we got the herbal book. We got t-shirts, $20, y'all, okay? Okay. Frequency wear, high frequency wear, 56 symbols. You will find you a symbol that you like, okay? 56 symbols. Get your t-shirts, get your readings. I got the one question where you can ask a question. It won't be live with me, but you can email me a question. And for $35, okay, I'm gonna shoot you a whole video and everything. Channel, do some card pulls and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And answer your question. $35. All right, what else we got going on? We got
Beat that.
t-shirts, books, Patreon, workshops. What you say, babe?
So you can't beat that.
Can't be that. Can't be that with a bag. Okay. All right, so that's what we got going on. And don't forget, donate, donate, donate. This is how I make my living. This is how I eat, y'all. We ain't got no super chats yet. Okay. All right, I love y'all so much. Peace, love, and bliss. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next week. All right, look, see y'all in the sunrise. Okay.
Love, light,
Oh.
and darkness, y'all. Love,
Love,
light, and
light, and
darkness.
darkness. Peace, love, and bliss.
Out.
Through your heart, booze. Peace.